Have you ever stopped to think that inside your plate, there may be hidden silent danger? It has no smell, it makes no noise, and it doesn't always taste bad, but it can gradually become destroying two of its most important organs. Let me tell you a quick story. Imagine your kidneys as two tireless warriors, working day and night. They don't ask for time off, they don't go on strike. They are there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, filtering your blood, eliminating toxins, balancing your body. Now, imagine those same warriors being attacked. Not by a virus, not by trauma, but for what you eat every day. Yes, what you put on your plate could be slowly sabotaging your own kidneys, and many people only realize when it's too late. To give you an idea, more or less 10% of the world population already suffers from chronic kidney disease. And the worst part? Most people don't even know, because this disease is silent, treacherous, and devastating when it reaches the final stage. Now I want to know from you, what city or country are you watching this video from? Comment below. It's really cool to see how far this information can go and who is on this journey of taking care of their health with us. Now think with me. If the kidneys are like super filters, what happens when they are bombarded every day with foods full of salt, bad fat, and additives? They get clogged up, wearing out. And this doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow wear, which builds up over the years. And when you finally notice the signs, swelling, fatigue, altered exams, the damage has already been done. And the worst part, the damage can be irreversible. There are people who end up needing dialysis to survive, or even a kidney transplant. And no, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here for you informed, because most people who face this today, I just didn't know what you're going to discover in this video. Your kidneys are much more than just cleaning up dirt from your body. They are truly super powerful machines. They filter about 180 liters of blood every single day, removing toxins, excess water, and metabolic waste that, if left to accumulate, would be fatal. But it doesn't stop there. They also control your blood pressure, super important for heart health. They produce essential hormones that boost the production of red blood cells, preventing anemia, and activate vitamin D to keep your bones strong. And they also control the delicate balance of things like sodium, potassium, and phosphorus in your body, which are vital for nerves and muscles to function properly. If your diet is full of things that harm your kidneys, all of these very important tasks will be compromised. The problem with chronic kidney disease, CKD, is that it is insidious. In the beginning, it barely shows any signs. You can lose a good part of your kidney function without even noticing anything strange. In Brazil, it is estimated that almost 7% of adults have CKD, and this number triples for those aged 60 or over. A report from the Ministry of Health from September 2024 showed that, in March of that year, of the more than 180 million Brazilians registered in primary care, around 227,000 had signs of CKD. It may seem like a small number, like 0.1% of these people, but the impact of the disease, especially when it is advanced, is huge. Globally, the World Health Organization, WHO, estimates that around 10% of the planet suffers from CKD, and other estimates say up to 14%. The main villains behind CKD are usually diabetes and high blood pressure, which damage the blood vessels in the kidneys. Obesity is also a major risk factor and can increase the chance of developing kidney failure by up to 83%. Our current diet, often full of processed foods, sodium, sugar, and bad fats, seriously harms kidney health, contributing to the development of these diseases and directly overloading the kidneys. And the worst part is that this problem is only getting worse, and CKD is predicted to be one of the 5 leading causes of death by 2040. 1. Foods rich in sodium. Do you know sodium? The one we know best as table salt. It is super important for many things in the body, but in excess, it becomes poison for the kidneys. Asterisk, where is he hiding? In the salt you put on your food, of course, but also in ready-made soups and broths, canned or powdered, processed meats, sausage, ham, bacon, sausage, mortadella, processed cheeses, packaged snacks, industrial sauces, shoyu, ketchup, mustard, ready-made seasonings, and fast food in general. It's sodium everywhere. Asterisk, why is it bad? When there is too much sodium in the body, it holds on to more water to try to dilute it all. This increases blood volume, and guess what? Blood pressure goes up. And high blood pressure is one of the biggest causes of chronic kidney disease because all this pressure ends up damaging the delicate little vessels in the kidneys, the ones that filter everything. Over time, this constant fight causes the kidneys to lose their ability to clean the blood. The WHO says that we should consume a maximum of 5 grams of salt per day. That's about a teaspoon. But many processed foods have so much hidden sodium that we go over this limit without even realizing it. So, what to do? First of all, read the labels. You'll be shocked by the amount of sodium in things you never imagined. Cut back on salt in your cooking and use more fresh herbs, spices, garlic, onion, and lemon to give it that special flavor. Avoid ultra-processed foods and processed foods as much as possible. Cooking at home with fresh ingredients is the best way to control sodium. 2. Processed meats. Processed meats are those that have been salted, cured, fermented, smoked, or undergone other processes to make them tastier or last longer. What are they? Sausages, bacon, ham, cured turkey breast, mortadella, salami, packaged sausages, and canned meats. Why are they bad for you? In addition to having a lot of sodium, as we've already mentioned, processed meats are usually loaded with preservatives like nitrites and nitrates and other chemical additives. All of these things can destroy your kidneys over time. Several studies show that people who eat a lot of processed meat have a higher risk of chronic diseases, including kidney and heart disease. The phosphorus they add as an additive can also be a problem, as we'll see in a moment. So what should you do? Reduce, or better yet, eliminate processed meats from your diet. Choose fresh, lean meats such as skinless chicken breast, fish, lean cuts of beef and pork, loin, filet mignon, made at home. If you eat these things for convenience, look for healthier snacks and quick meals such as boiled eggs, natural yogurt with fruit, or sandwiches with homemade shredded chicken. 3. Foods rich in phosphorus, especially from additives. Phosphorus is good for your bones and teeth, but like sodium, too much of it can be a real pain for your kidneys, especially if they're not working at 100%. Even for those who have healthy kidneys, eating too much phosphorus from food additives for a long time is a concern. Where does the danger lie? Cola soft drinks, they contain phosphoric acid, a type of phosphorus that the body absorbs quickly. Processed cheeses, they use phosphates to bind. A lot of industrialized and ultra-processed foods, where phosphorus is used to improve texture, flavor, or to make them last longer. Look for sodium phosphate, phosphoric acid on the labels, too much red meat, and to a lesser extent, egg yolks and nuts, which have organic phosphorus, which is less problematic than that found in additives. Why is it bad? Healthy kidneys find a way to remove excess phosphorus from the blood. When we eat too much, especially inorganic phosphorus from additives, which the body absorbs almost all of, the kidneys become overloaded. For those who already have kidney disease, this overload is even worse because the kidneys are no longer able to eliminate phosphorus properly. Phosphorus accumulated in the blood can cause bone problems because it takes calcium from them to try to balance things out, heart disease, the blood vessels can calcify, and a terrible itch. Even in those with normal kidneys, eating too much phosphorus from additives for a long time can, in the future, cause kidney function to decline and increase the risk of heart problems. So, what should you do? Be careful with colas and other industrialized drinks with phosphoric acid. Eat less ultra-processed foods and keep an eye on labels, avoiding products with phosphate additives. As for natural sources of phosphorus, such as meat and dairy products, eating them in moderation in a balanced diet is generally not a problem for those with healthy kidneys. But moderation is key, especially when it comes to red meat. 4. Sugary drinks ***. Sugar-laden drinks are one of the biggest villains of the modern diet, and they directly and indirectly affect kidney health. What are they? Soft drinks, not just cola, juices in cartons, even those that call themselves nectar or soft drinks. Energy drinks, sports drinks when you really don't need to replace anything, sweetened teas in bottles, and those coffees full of syrup and sugar. Why are they bad for you? The amount of sugar in these drinks contributes greatly to weight gain and obesity. And obesity itself is a risk factor for chronic kidney disease. Plus, eating too much sugar is one of the leading causes of type 2 diabetes. And diabetes is the biggest cause of chronic kidney disease worldwide. High blood sugar damages the blood vessels in your kidneys, interfering with filtration. These drinks are just empty calories, devoid of important nutrients, and can cause blood sugar spikes and chronic inflammation. Two terrible things for your overall health and your kidneys. So what should you do? The best drink to quench your thirst and keep your kidneys healthy is water. It's that simple. If you want something with flavor, try homemade flavored water with slices of lemon, cucumber, or mint, unsweetened herbal teas, or homemade fruit juices, but in moderation because of the sugar in the fruit. Eliminate or drastically reduce soda and other sugary drinks. Your kidneys and your entire body will thank you. 5. Ultra-processed foods and fast food ***. Here comes a lot of products that have gone through several processes in the industry and have a lot of added ingredients, including those we have already mentioned. Classic examples: fast food chain hamburgers, frozen or delivery pizzas, French fries, especially fast food and frozen, packaged snacks, instant noodles, frozen ready meals, nuggets, stuffed cookies, packaged cakes, and many other snacks and conveniences. Why are they bad for you? Ultra-processed foods are usually full of sodium, saturated and trans fats, sugar, and chemical additives, preservatives, dyes, flavorings, phosphates. This explosive combination overloads the kidneys in several ways. Sodium increases blood pressure. Bad fats contribute to heart disease, which affects the kidneys. Sugar increases the risk of diabetes and obesity, and additives can be toxic to the kidneys directly or indirectly. Studies have linked high consumption of ultra-processed foods to a greater decline in kidney function. They are made to be super tasty, which makes us eat more than we should, creating a vicious cycle of poor nutrition and damage to the organs. So, what should you do? The golden rule is unpack less and peel more. Prioritize real, fresh, and minimally processed food. Cook more at home using natural ingredients. When eating out, choose better dishes, preferring dishes with vegetables, grilled food, and less sauces and fried foods. Read labels carefully and avoid products with huge lists of ingredients that you don't even know what they are. 6. Sweets and foods high in sugar, other than beverages. In addition to beverages, a lot of other foods have too much sugar and can indirectly harm your kidneys. Examples: candies, chocolates, especially milk and white, full of sugar, cakes, pies filled in buttery cookies, desserts in jars, creamy ice creams, sugary breakfast cereals, sweetened yogurts and fruits and syrup. Why are they bad for you? Just like sugary drinks, the excess sugar in these foods contributes to obesity and type 2 diabetes, which, as we've already mentioned, are major enemies of the kidneys. Eating too much sugar for a long time can lead to insulin resistance, inflammation throughout the body, and fatty liver, problems that can also affect kidney function in the future. So, what should you do? Reduce your consumption of sweets and processed desserts. If you feel like having something sweet, choose fresh fruit, which has fiber and nutrients in addition to natural sugar. If you're having chocolate, choose dark chocolate with a lot of cocoa, which has less sugar and more antioxidants. When making dessert at home, try to use less sugar in the recipe or use healthier substitutes, but don't overdo it. And be careful with the sugar hidden in sauces, breads, and cereals. 7. Foods high in saturated fat and cholesterol ***. Although dietary cholesterol is no longer seen as the main culprit for blood cholesterol for most people, diets full of saturated fat can complicate heart health and, consequently, kidney health. Examples: whole milk and fatty dairy products, butter, creamy yellow cheeses, cream, fatty meats, rump steak with fat, ribs, hump, chicken skin, lard, excess coconut and palm oil, and offal such as heart and liver, which are very rich in cholesterol and purines. Why are they bad for you? A diet high in saturated fat can increase LDL, the bad cholesterol, which can clog your arteries, atherosclerosis. This clogging can affect the arteries of your kidneys, reducing the amount of blood that reaches them and impairing their function. Heart disease and kidney problems often go hand in hand. In addition, eating too much fat can lead to obesity, another risk factor for kidney disease. So what should you do? Choose healthier sources of fats, such as monounsaturated fats, extra virgin olive oil, avocado, and polyunsaturated fats, fatty fish like salmon and sardines, nuts and seeds in moderation. Choose lean meats. Remove the skin from chicken before eating and opt for skimmed or low-fat dairy products. Avoid fried foods and foods made with a lot of saturated fat. 8. Excess protein, especially of animal origin, ***. Protein is essential for building and repairing tissues, but excess protein, especially animal protein, can cause extra work for the kidneys. Examples, eating lots of red meat, beef, pork, chicken, and fish at every meal. Taking protein supplements without talking to a professional, following those fad diets full of protein. Offal, eggs and full-fat dairy products also weigh on the protein bill. Why is it bad? When the body uses protein, some waste products, such as urea, are left over, which the kidneys need to filter and throw away. Eating a lot of protein all the time makes the kidneys work faster, hyperfiltration, which in the long term can overload and damage the kidney's filtering units, nephrons, especially in those who already have kidney disease or are at risk. Diets very rich in animal protein can also increase uric acid, increasing the risk of kidney stones and gout. It is good to know that the story of restricting protein can change, especially for those who already have CKD, and needs to be discussed on a case-by-case basis with a professional. So, what should you do? Most people who eat a normal Western diet already consume enough, if not too much, protein. For healthy adults, the ideal is about 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day, but this can vary. Spread your protein throughout the day, rather than eating it all at once. Include plant-based protein sources in your diet, such as beans, lentils, chickpeas, tofu, and quinoa. If you work out a lot or are considering a high-protein diet, talk to a nutritionist or doctor to see what is best for you and not put your kidneys in trouble. 9. Foods high in oxalate. For those prone to calcium oxalate stones, ***. Oxalate is a natural substance found in many vegetables. For most people, it doesn't cause any harm. But if you've had calcium oxalate kidney stones, the most common type, or have a condition that causes your body to absorb more oxalate, it's a good idea to take it easy. Which ones stand out? Spinach, there's a lot of it. Beets, Swiss chard, rhubarb, okra, sweet potatoes, nuts and seeds, especially almonds and peanuts, wheat bran, cocoa powder, and dark chocolate. Why is it dangerous? For some, oxalate can combine with calcium in the kidneys to form calcium oxalate crystals, which are the main component of the most common kidney stones. When you have too much oxalate or too little calcium in your urine, or too little urine, your risk of forming these stones increases greatly. Kidney stones can be very painful, and if they block the urine passage, they can cause an infection and damage the kidney. So, what should you do? If you have never had kidney stones, you don't need to worry too much about oxalate and can enjoy these nutritious foods as part of a balanced diet. If you have a history of calcium oxalate stones, your doctor or nutritionist may advise you to cut back on foods that are high in oxalate. It's also important to eat enough calcium, preferably from food, because calcium binds to oxalate in the intestine and then it is not absorbed and does not go to the kidneys. Drinking plenty of water is essential to dilute your urine and prevent stones. 10. Excess oil seeds, ***. Nuts, chestnuts, walnuts, almonds are sources of good fats, proteins, fibers, and nutrients. But, like everything in life, overdoing it can be bad, especially because of phosphorus and, for some, oxalates. Examples, nuts, Brazil, cashew, walnuts, almonds, hazelnuts, pistachios, macadamia nuts, pine nuts. Why is excess dangerous? Many nuts are high in phosphorus. For those with advanced kidney disease, whose kidneys are no longer able to properly excrete phosphorus, eating too much can cause this mineral to build up in the blood. As we've seen, some nuts, such as almonds, also have a lot of oxalate, which can be a problem for those who form calcium oxalate stones. For those with healthy kidneys, eating a little bit of nuts is good, but excess can mean an unnecessary load of phosphorus and calories. Asterisk, so what should you do? Enjoy nuts in moderation. A small handful, about 30 grams, a day is usually a good amount for most people. Vary the types you eat. If you have kidney disease or a history of kidney stones, talk to your doctor or nutritionist about the amount and types of nuts that are best for you. 11. Excessive alcoholic beverages, asterisk. Drinking too much and too often can wreak havoc on your kidney health. Asterisk examples, asterisk any type of alcoholic beverage, beer, wine, spirits, vodka, cachaca, whiskey, gin, when consumed in large quantities or many times. Asterisk, why are they bad for you? Alcohol makes you pee more, which can lead to dehydration if you don't drink other liquids with it. Chronic dehydration puts a strain on your kidneys. Drinking too much can increase your blood pressure, a known risk factor for kidney disease. In addition, alcohol needs to be processed by the liver, and drinking too much for too long can cause liver disease, which in turn can affect the kidneys, known as hepatorenal syndrome. Alcohol can also interfere with the kidney's ability to filter blood and maintain fluid and mineral balance. For those who already have kidney problems, alcohol can make things worse. Asterisk, so what should you do? If you drink, do so in moderation. For healthy adults, moderation generally means up to 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 for men. A drink is about a can of beer, 350 milliliters, a glass of wine, 150 milliliters, or a shot of spirits, 45 milliliters. Drink plenty of water between drinks of alcohol. Avoid drinking too much and too often. If you have any health problems, especially kidney disease, liver disease, or high blood pressure, talk to your doctor about alcohol consumption. Section 3. The silent warning sign. Are you at risk? Do you know what one of the biggest dangers of chronic kidney disease is? It's super silent at first. Many people don't feel anything different until their kidneys are already seriously damaged, sometimes losing up to 90% of their strength. When symptoms finally appear, they can be vague and easy to confuse with other things. Do you know what signs can appear too late? Fatigue that doesn't go away and weakness, swelling in the ankles, feet, or legs, foamy or bloody urine, the urge to pee all the time, especially at night, not peeing much, itchy skin, lack of appetite, nausea or vomiting, cramps, difficulty concentrating, and shortness of breath. That's where the danger lies. When these signs become clear, the damage to the kidneys can already be extensive, and often there is no way back. That's why prevention and early detection are super important. Risk factors that weigh on you are diabetes, high blood pressure, having a history of kidney disease in the family, obesity, smoking, and being over 60 years old. If you're in any of these groups, it is even more vital to keep an eye on the health of your kidneys with blood tests, creatinine, to see how the filtration is going, and urine tests, to see if there's protein or blood. Diet plays a key role in all of this. The foods we mentioned aren't the only bad guys. What really gets you is eating poorly every day for a long time. A diet full of sodium, sugar, bad fats, and ultra-processed foods, along with little water and few good nutrients, destroys your kidneys. Every choice on your plate counts. Don't wait for the bomb to go off to do something. If you take action and change your habits today, you can avoid serious problems in the future. Section 4. Armoring your kidneys. A practical action plan. But the good news is that protecting your kidneys is largely in your hands, or rather in your fork. Eating well and having a healthier lifestyle can significantly reduce the risk of kidney problems or slow down the disease if it has already appeared. Here are the main tactics. 1. Drink a lot of water. Water helps your kidneys filter waste from your blood and prevent stones. Drink plenty of water throughout the day. The ideal amount varies, but try to drink about 2 to 3 liters per day, or enough for your pee to be clear. 2. Real food on your mind. Fill your plate with fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. They're full of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants that protect your kidneys and your overall health. The less processed, the better. 3. Control sodium. Cut down on salt and avoid processed and ultra-processed foods, which are high in sodium. Use herbs and spices to add flavor. 4. Less sugar and bad fats. Cut back on sugary drinks, sweets, fast food, and foods full of saturated and trans fats. This helps prevent diabetes, obesity, and heart disease, all of which are enemies of the kidneys. 5. Moderate protein, especially animal protein. Eat protein in moderation, especially red and processed meat. Include plant-based protein in your diet. If you have any questions, talk to a professional. 6. Become a label detective. Keep an eye on sodium, sugar, fats, and additives like phosphates. Information is power. 7. Keep your weight in check. Obesity increases the risk of diabetes, high blood pressure, and, directly, kidney disease. A balanced diet and exercise are key. 8. Move your skeleton. Exercise helps control blood pressure, blood sugar, and weight, as well as boosting heart health. 9. Quit smoking. Smoking damages blood vessels, including those in the kidneys, and makes kidney disease worse. 10. Be careful with medicines. Some medicines that we can easily buy, such as anti-inflammatories, ibuprofen, naproxen, can harm the kidneys if used too much or for too long. Always use medicine under medical supervision. 11. Keep an eye on your blood pressure and glucose levels. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes, have it checked by your doctor. These are the biggest causes of kidney damage. 12. Get checkups. Especially if you have risk factors. Talk to your doctor about regular checkups to check your kidneys, creatinine, and urine tests. Catching your kidneys early is key. Remember, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to start. Small changes in your daily routine can make a huge difference to your kidney health. It's about making better choices most of the time. CTA, call to action. So, did this video help you better understand how to protect your kidneys and the dangers that some foods hide? If so, my mission here has already been worth it. But the journey to having healthy kidneys doesn't stop here, you know? Did you like the video? Leave your like to help this information reach more people. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos on health, nutrition, and well-being. There's a lot of good stuff coming. Share with everyone. Send it to your family, friends, everyone you care about. You could help someone avoid a major health problem. Comment below. Have you ever cut out any of these foods? Do you have any questions or want to share your experience? We want to hear from you. And most importantly, always seek out a healthcare professional, doctor, nephrologist, nutritionist to receive specific guidance for your case. Okay? Especially if you already have a health condition or concerned about your kidneys. This video is to inform you, but is not a substitute for a consultation. Okay? Conclusion. Look, your kidneys are true heroes, working tirelessly to keep you healthy. However, nowadays, with so much processed food and habits that aren't always good, we end up forcing them too much. The main message today is simple. Prevention is always the best way. When you find out which foods are damaging your kidneys and reduce your consumption of them, you're taking a huge step towards taking care of your health for the future. The idea is not to be afraid of eating, but rather to respect your body and make smarter choices when preparing your plate. Each bite is a chance. Either you nourish and protect your kidneys, or you put more weight on them. The decision is yours. Get started today. Small changes bring huge results. Take good care of your kidneys, and they will take good care of you for a long time to come. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.